Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video. I'm out with my new Velobuild, the Aero frame 068, to report on the first ride impressions. The bike already got a name. Yes, it's my new Silver Arrow, in reference to, of course, the 1930s Mercedes-Benz race cars, when at that time they had to scrape the paint to reach the way and discover the brushed metal. That was successful, so I hope this would be, touch wood, a good name for my bike as well. I originally thought of putting a livery on this bike, another motorsport theme livery, and the inspiration was the Le Mans winning race car from Mercedes-Benz. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that. The bike looks already fantastic as it is, in plain silver against the black details of the wheels. Is really an incredible view. Come va? Guys, as an Italian, I have to confess, the aesthetics are very important, and this bike is unbelievably good looking. The shape seems so modern. Can't believe this is the replica of the very old bench bias, and still against the modern bikes this looks amazing. For me, the fact that you can buy this on rims is a big plus, as you know. But now Velobuild is developing full range of modern bikes if you want. So yes, you can choose whatever you like, discs or rims. And it's not only the shape of the frame, but the sides as well. It was great to come down the sides. This feels perfect to me, even with the 13cm stem. As soon as I rode the bike, I felt at home. I match more or less the position I'm riding on a canyon comparing to the saddle position, and the handlebar, yes, a little bit lower maybe, but nothing really too uncomfortable for me. It feels really great. Yes, all things considered, the position is not too extreme, but consistent to the type of the bike. So an aerodynamic bike for rolling terrain and flat efforts. The build of the bike was relatively easy. I had a couple of issues putting together the previous Velobuild, and eventually I delegated the good guys at Bicycle to finish it off. This time I put it together myself. Well, a bit cheating in a way, because the cables, I left them on the original handlebar. So I just rerouted everything in. Bottom bracket went in quite nicely. I completed the bike, and this time good friends at Pearson managed to do the gear shift setting, the final setup, and I was good to go. I have to say, Pearson in this respect is very convenient, because I'm so bad at managing my time. So I'm usually on a Saturday morning with an emergency for mechanical, and you can go there without an appointment. If you go very early, it's almost sure that you'll be seen straight away. You can see here on the seat post the previous sign where I had my saddle. This is the same seat post I was using on the XL size, the 58. On this 56, you can see that the frame is of course shorter in the seat tube. Saddle had to come out a little bit longer, so I can be happy with the exposed seat post complex that I have quite a long seat post exposed. Now guys, the other quite interesting element that I was going to mention is that every bike seems to have its own soul. No matter how hard I try to set all the bikes to the same measurements, they all feel different on the road. Very slightly, but yes, there's always a little bit of difference that you feel in terms of the 4.5, in terms of the satellite, the way your pedals hit the spindle. There is something that you eventually have to adjust manually, maybe on the ride, or tune it up individually to every single bike. Very few adjustments that you have to do on feeling. Also, talking about aesthetics, the silver frame allows you to be more creative on the kit. Yes, the red and white was a little bit more limiting in this aspect, So with this one I'll be able to wear colors as well and not clash with the frame. Well, not today, but yes, you see what I mean. As usually, dress head to toe with Sirocco kit, including the shoes. Yes, I'm trying the new shoes they have, quite comfortable, very similar size to my usual Shimano RC7, so maybe I'll report back later on these ones. If you would like to shop for Sirocco, I'd be very grateful. Using my link, you get an extra 10% automatically added to the website. Yes, no need to add the codes. Just click on my powerful link and you will be redirected to their website. In terms of dynamics, the smaller frame feels so much better than the previous Velobuild. Yes, the reduction from 58 to 56 was indeed needed. This feels more agile, as fast if not faster. It feels solid on the road and absorb vibration quite well. They say that lower tier carbon tend to be a little bit more supple. Definitely this bike feels slightly more comfortable than the Canyon. The Canyon is harsher and more responsive at the same time, so there might be a slight difference in this respect. Nevertheless, the bike feels reactive, not as much as my Canyon with the latest Hyper wheels. Yes, they had such a big impact to my Ultimate, going below 7 kilos and with such light wheels. The moment you push the pedals on the Ultimate, you get propelled forward. This bike has got a little bit more inertia, less than the larger Velobuild, but it's definitely tangible. So this feels a good balance and definitely in line with the tone of the bike, again focused on the aerodynamic performance. It's not easy to judge, it's a bit too early. The bike feels already very fast. I hit my test segment, which is backside. It's a nice stretch, 2 kilometers that goes from Wimbledon Village to Tibbets Corner, and because I've done it so many times, I know when a bike is performing well on that particular segment with some traffic as well. So I didn't manage to get a clean run, but I went below the 3 minutes mark, which is kind of the dividing time between good performance and a fast one. First time of the day and of the year so far, and I'm very pleased. This is yes, my all-time favorite segment. Last year I managed to stay on top for the whole year. I think the year before, yes, enough boasting. Guys, I feel a bit overexcited, but this feels already an incredible machine. With a 53 big ring, it seems like a weapon for the flat surfaces. I got a decent weight with still 105 components, so I can't be happier. The whole discussion cannot avoid, of course, the price of the build. Frame itself, less than £500. Wheels, maybe the most expensive components here, around £1,000. The group set, I mean, a 105 now, you can get it really, really cheap, but another 500 quid. I would say slightly north of £2,000, you got a weapon where you can really get the ultimate performance if you want. Yes, maybe you can't brake as good as the modern bikes, but this is a discussion for another video, or maybe I already touched on that. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this build. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you to the next video. Ciao!